Welcome to the Marisa National Park on the coast of Kenya, Africa. We're going to be checking in on some of our animals that live here today to see what areas of the park they've been living in. This is Nia. Nia is a 9-year-old leopard and one of 7 leopards currently in the park. Our park is split into 2 main zones, A and B, and all of our leopards can currently be found in these 2 zones. We call groups of numbers sets, and each number within a set is said to be an element of that set. Here, for example, we can see that 4 is an element of set A, and 4 is not an element of set B, and we can express these things with this notation. Another thing we can express about sets is if they are empty. So, for example, if we make up empty set C here, this symbol is used to describe that there is nothing in set C. Visually, we can represent data in Venn diagrams. We do this by putting each element from both sets in our diagram, and in this case, it lets us see where each of our leopards is currently in the park. See if you can see from our Venn diagram which leopards are currently in set A. Leopard 6 is currently on the border of both sets, and so has been recorded in each and is shown in this overlapping section in our diagram. This section is called the intersect, and it just means that that piece of data is shared by both sets of data. Meet Cabbage. Cabbage is one of Mia's cubs, and he's only 3 years old at the moment. Each day over the past week, where he was roaming was recorded. So on days 1, 2 and 5, he was in Zone A. Which days was he in Zone B? So to answer this, we give everything in Set B, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. And we can also notice that he was spotted in both sets for day 5. And so 5 is plotted in the intersect of our data. Leopards aren't the only species of big cat in our park. Toby is the eldest male currently living here, and Toby hunts all over the park. This Venn diagram shows where he has been most successful each month for the past year. So what this means is A complement, or everything not in set A. So going through our data, we see 1, 9, 4 and 12 are all not in Zone A. And we must disregard 7 because it's shared as an element of both sets A and B, so A complement is this. You notice how we included 12 but it wasn't inside of one of our circles. This symbol means the universal set, so all of the data that we have. So whilst 12 wasn't an element of sets A or B, it was still part of our data, and so we included it in our Venn diagram. It's also not an element of A, so we include it in our answer for the complement of A. Finally, we move on to our gazelles. These 3 in particular tend to stick together in their herd, and they're very well known in the park for how fast they are and how many times they've evaded hunts over the last year, month by month. Give complement B this time instead from our Venn diagram. If it's complement B, then it's everything not in our set for B. Looking through our data sets here, we see 1, 6, 8 and 10 are all in our set of B. And 3 is in the intercept, so shared by A and B, so we have to exclude that as well, leaving us with the complement of B as 4, 7 and 9. Here's a quick little summary for everything we have covered on Venn diagrams and data sets so far as we come to the end of this video. We know what sets are and how to state if a number is an element of that set. We also know how to say a set is empty and that this symbol means the universal set. We are able to read Venn diagrams, and if there's this symbol next to a set's letter, we know it means complement. So A complement or B complement, and that means everything not in that data set.